I like to party.
All right, what's up, guys? It's been a minute, and I want to apologize for the break in vlogs. We've been a bit inconsistent. It kind of seems like things snowballed a little bit. Christmas came, we got overwhelmed, just had to keep up with orders basically, and then right at the new year, my dog got sick. So today I'm going to explain basically what's been going on with me, what's been going on with Warrior Time, the other ventures that I'm involved in. When I say involved, I mean own. But yeah, before I talk about that though, I want to show you guys what I'm wearing. I've been very wrong about the Daytona, and I have openly mentioned that Daytona is not specifically the Panda, right? The 1/1/6500 or 1/2/6500. But yeah, I've been publicly open about it, publicly talking about how they're not great. And the irony is I've been wearing them for the past few months as in rotation in my collection. And yeah, I'm gonna openly say I was wrong. I was definitely wrong. I can actually now see why it's considered, probably the most in-demand Rolex ever to be. I get it. I understand why it has such a great following, why it's in such high demand. And yeah, let's take a peek at what's on my wrist here. This little Panda Daytona. It's pretty great. I mean, I understand now. I honestly didn't understand because I didn't daily one for the first many years I was in the business. I really should have dailied it. And I think it really goes without saying, if you really want to experience a watch, if you really want to experience it, the whole experience about a watch, the wear of it, does it fit under the sleeve? Does it not fit under the sleeve? What does it bang into? What doesn't it bang into? Who notices it? Who doesn't notice it? What it could be worn with, when it can be worn. There's experiences with watches, and I didn't really understand the full experience of this watch. And it's a great piece. It's a great piece. I wouldn't say it's my favorite Rolex. However, it's probably top three. So just wanted to clear up that I've been publicly wrong about that, and I'll have to eventually redo my content to talk about my top 2 or top 3 favorite Rolexes and add the Panda Daytona in there. Moving on past that, where have I been? What have I been doing? So we lost my dog, Penelope. We lost her on the 13th of January. Not sure exactly when you're going to see this, but it's only a couple of weeks ago at the time of this recording. I've been not really okay, to be honest with you. I've been I've hermited. I've become a hermit. I've already was a hermit, but I'm even more hermit now. I know some people will say, well, it's just a dog. Yes. But, I had her for about 12 years. I originally got her, I held her in my hand like this. She was like a little tiny puppy. I had to bottle feed her because the people that I bought her from said she was 8 weeks old, and she definitely wasn't, because when dogs are 8 weeks old, they can eat dog food. She couldn't eat dog food. She had to eat out of a bottle. I think we had to wipe her butt to go poop too, which is signification of a very young dog, 3, 4, 5 weeks maybe. But anyways, I got her then, and we grew attached to each other, to say the least. I never had kids, so she was the closest thing that I had to a child, basically. And I've been self-employed for the past, decade and a half. So I've always had the luxury of her being with me while working. 12 years ago, I was in college, and I was one of the first like e-commerce personal trainers. Like when Instagram was first coming around, we were doing online nutrition and personal training. We forefronted the industry online. We were there in the beginning. Many of you watching this probably have been following me since then. That's when CW Fit was around, and I built that company in a basement apartment, and then I bought my house, which was very small. It was 580 square feet. I continued to build it in that house, specifically the basement too. And Penelope would just like chill with me on the couch in the basement, right? When I hired my first employee, I don't remember the exact year, 2013, maybe 2014, something like that, about 10 years ago, 11 years ago, he worked in the basement with me, you know? So she was like always around. I even brought her to college with me. As funny as that sounds. She would always like come to family functions with me. Whenever I would travel to like Vermont, she would come. I just basically went everywhere with her. She really helped me kind of like understand a few subjects, like how to love myself and love in general, love myself again. And she did that through just, being a dog, right? And just being her, and like always being protective of me and caring for me. Being a combat veteran, I don't talk about it very much, but I'm 100% disabled. And having a service dog like Penelope was monumental in my healing process. Whenever I would get like, angry or upset or sad, she would recognize it and just, come be a dog, just chill out, start licking me, like run around in circles, just kind of like get my mind off everything. And it was super helpful. She was by my side through undergrad, grad school. She was also by my side when I opened a gym. So in 2016, I opened CW Fitness. It was a 20,000 square foot big box gym. We had about 3,000 customers towards the end of it. And, she was like 3 years old when I started the gym. So she would come to the gym with me, sometimes we would get 500 people through the door a day, and she would greet everyone with a ball in her mouth, and you would throw the ball while you work out. And, she came to work with me every day. And, we did that. I started speaking on stages. She would come with me when I was speaking on stages. I went through a pretty significant breakup in 2018. It was really hard to go through at the time. And Penelope was just like, it's all good. Like, you're going to be fine. And just, was a dog and got me through it. 2020, we ended up having to close the gym. COVID really put a wrench in that one, to say the least. I read a statistic that 47% of gyms nationally never reopened after COVID. So as you can imagine, it was pretty hard. We did reopen, but it just didn't work. I lost everything. I was on the phone with bankruptcy attorneys. I was getting sued by the bank on a couple of cases. I ended up winning those suits, but 2020 was tough. I was losing everything. I was on the phone with bankruptcy attorneys. The bank was coming in for the kill. People thought I was like a villain because I was closing their gym. They kind of forgot about the fact that I lost $6 million, 5 years of my time, a staff of 60 people, and getting sued on top of it. But I was the bad guy because I closed their gym, right? So that was kind of tough to go through. Penelope was by my side for that. I wrote my book in 2020 as well, going through the toughest time of my life. Penelope was there for that. When I was losing everything and starting to write the book, Penelope was by my side when the girl I was dating literally just walked out on me. She was just like, "I'm out of here. You're a loser. Like, you're good for nothing. You've lost everything. Like, I'm out." That one was really hard on me too. Penelope was there for that. And then, she was also with me through my more recent years that a lot of people following here have probably begun to know me after my book, after building this company, Warrior Time. Also, we got these new tank tops in. They're pretty dope. You know, she went around the country with me when I was speaking. She saw me build my consulting company. She saw me build Warrior Time. She saw me build CW Fitness, my gym, CW Fit, my nutrition company. She saw me write my book. She saw me write my second book, which should be out this year, Enlightened Entrepreneur. She saw me build my nonprofit for veterans, the Clark Initiative. She went to several events that we've hosted for all my companies. She just literally was the ride or die, and like around the new year, I think it was January 2nd, she had a seizure and she collapsed and she came out of it, which was, a good thing. But we took her in, had her looked at. They couldn't find anything and said she's healthy. For the next 2 weeks, she had diarrhea and she was puking. And yeah, she stopped eating for a period of time. Then she started eating. I knew it was, I figured she was getting past it, but, on the 13th, she collapsed again. She had a seizure, and then I'm pretty sure it was followed by a heart attack. And then, she ended up passing. I was with her. I tried to like resuscitate her for a while, for probably like 10 minutes. She was fighting. She was trying to come back, but she couldn't like fully come back. And it was really hard. It was really hard for me. I've never married. I came close once, but we dodged that bullet in 2018. Thank God. No kids, right? So Penelope was like my everything. She made it just shy of 12 years. And her quality of life was incredible. I'm fortunate enough to have, a good business, which provides me a good life. Well, I have several good businesses, which provides me a good life, but we were able to exercise her daily, have that time allotment to give her, basically 5 miles a day for her whole life. On top of playing, we were able to have that time. We always fed her the best food on the market. We always fed her human grade food as well. We always provided her with the best health care. We were hiring concierge doctors to come over the house and work with her, chiropractors to come over and work with her. Her quality of life while she was here was incredible. She was an athlete, kind of like me, built like a meathead. And she was just awesome. She loved people. She loved kids. She loved to exercise. She loved Vermont. She loved going to the snow. She would come snowboarding with me. She would go hiking in the mountains with me in Vermont in the snow. I've been kind of like a hermit for the past few weeks, and I'm trying to like just make sense of it all and be okay with it. I'm doing a lot better. So I'm shooting this video. Today was the first day I shot content since she's passed. We shot some other content too. So I'm doing better, but like I'm not the type of person that's gonna shoot content all fucking sad and shit. People roll the camera, at the stupidest fucking times in their life, man. Like I see people rolling the camera while their dog's dying and like, they're dying in their deathbed and stuff. Like there are moments where you shouldn't be rolling the camera. At least that's my thought process anyways. And, I wasn't going to shoot any content while I was struggling. This is hard enough to shoot, to talk about her without bawling my eyes out the entire time. So yeah, it's been 2 weeks as of yesterday. I still have my moments, I'll get teary eyed. But, the majority of the day is better than not. So that's a good thing. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I was just basically fucking emotional, you know, the whole time, all day long. I wasn't even like this when my father died in 2006, or my grandparents. Since, you know, the natural thing to do would be to like go get another dog, you know, and I'm gonna do it. I promised Penelope I would ask her to send me a dog. If you believe in those sorts of things, you know, when I'm ready, I'll say, hey, you know, Penelope, I'm ready for another pup. Can you send me one? I'm not quite there. I really want to just really be okay with the whole situation before I start like making another connection with another dog for another 10 to 15 years. I have been looking at Presa Canarios, Cane Corsos, and Doggo Argentinos. They're all large, aggressive, dominant, very protective breeds. I want to make sure my mind is right to be able to basically handle it. I love pit bulls and staffies and American staffies and pit bulls, or however the term is said. I just kind of want like a different dog, I guess. I'll probably just end up getting like another dog every couple of years and just add to my pack. I'm going to be moving north anyways eventually, so I'm going to have like horses and, you know, mini horses and sheeps and maybe cows and alpacas and stuff anyways. So I'll just have like a herd of dogs to like chase down black bear and mountain lion and kill them and stuff. Fun facts, Doggo Argentinos are not only bred for, but have on camera killed mountain lion. Like, it's crazy, but it's kind of crazy to think a dog could do that, you know. But there are dogs that are bred to hunt and kill wolves too, like Turkish Kangles. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is probably just gonna like have a farm with all the dogs. You know, maybe if I get to the point in life where I could like handle it with the space and financially, I'll just like empty out all the dog shelters around me so nothing gets euthanized and they can just like frolic, you know, like at my farm. There could be like hundreds of dogs, you know, and they just want to like play with you and stuff. And then I could do that like once a year and just, you know, save everybody's life basically. And then the dogs can save everybody's life that comes to the farm. I think a lot of you know that my nonprofit has a retreat being built, the Warrior Ranch. So I'll have a farm on the Warrior Ranch, and maybe we'll just have a lot of dogs. You know, no black bear and mountain lion will come around because there's so many dogs. They'll be like, no way. Yeah, so we're getting a little bit better. You know, I've been training again in the gym, which is important for me. We're getting the momentum moving in the businesses again. I hadn't lost momentum in probably about 5 years. So it's kind of hard to restart, but we're getting there, you know, one step at a time, one hour at a time. Huge shout out to anybody that's watching that has checked in on me. I mean, I'm not surprised that a lot of people didn't check in on me, but I don't really care about them. I do care about everyone that did check in on me. So I do appreciate you if that was you. If you didn't check in on me, I did pay attention, just so you know. So when you go to text me for something because you need it and I don't answer you, well, here's your closure to why I didn't respond. We all have social media. I see who watches my stories, you know, and I know you know. So it is what it is. I'm not mad. I'm just saying, like, you know, if you guys are watching and you go through a hard time and like people don't reach out to you or check in on you, why would you help them or respond to them when they need something from you? That's a one-sided relationship, and I don't do that. But big shout out to everybody who did care. Shout out to my buddy Brandon, who got this really cool picture of Penelope and framed it. See if we can't get Good shot of it here. There she is. Yeah, they put it above one of my desks here. I think we're going to do, this wall is going to be for Penelope. Yeah, it's right above one of my workspaces. I have a couple different workspaces, but this is one of them. Still haven't even moved her beds. There's like beds throughout the house. But shout out to Brandon. Shout out to everybody who checked in on me, who sent me a card, so on and so forth. Yeah, so that's where I've been. We're on the up and up, I guess. It's kind of like a different life without her, but like I'm getting there. We're getting there. I just wanted to shoot this video in case anyone was wondering what was going on with me or what had happened or anything along those lines, just to kind of put some closure on a few things. My goal is to keep the vlog consistent, just like our reviews on Monday. So big shout out to everybody here who's been watching, supporting and sharing, commenting. Thank you. Liking. Thank you. If you have any ideas of what you want to see when it comes to vlogs, like maybe some of my other companies and things that I do, you know, things I do in my free time, anything that you want to see, just let me know, and it would be super helpful. Outside of that, you know, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for checking in on me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.